In the show, there were a few episodes that revolved around SpongeBob and Patrick's interactions with their favorite retired superheroes, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. Probably the best episode was Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5.
This episode starts off with a crime. The crime of hour-long waiting lines.
Let's see.
Oh, to be stuck behind someone who had tons of time to make their mind, but can't decide now that they're at the front.
I've made my decision. One Krabby Patty for me, and the Pipsqueak Patty for the boy.
Now wait just a darn minute.
As it turns out, Barnacle Boy is fed up with being treated like a child, and when the others proceed to just make fun of him, he decides to join the dark side. Literally.
Why should I waste money lighting the whole store?
Soon enough, Barnacle Man is committing crimes with two of Bikini Bottom's biggest criminals, Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble. Their crimes range from things such as robbing banks to, brace yourselves everybody, ding-dong ditching!
Desperate and out of options, SpongeBob and friends decide to help Mermaid Man in his crusade against evil. That is, after they don their appropriate superhero costumes.
Why else would we run around in colored undies?
I can think of 3 good reasons.
What reasons do you think those are?
Let's not think about it. After a rather clever montage of them acquiring their powers, they learn of the location of the baddies.
Our sources last saw evil harassing teenagers up at Makeout Reef.
Makeout Reef. Good times, good times.
I'm going to choose not to think about that either. Anyway, they quickly head to the scene of the crime. At first, it looks like the odds are stacked in our heroes' favor. That is, until their mediocrity starts to show.
I'll save you, Quickster!
No, I'm not the Quickster. I'm Captain Max.
Catch him by surprise!
The villains declare victory, and Barnacle Man gives his final demands.
Number 1, I want to be treated like a superhero, not a sidekick. Number 2, I want to be called Barnacle Man. And number 3,
Come on, domination.
I want an adult-sized Krabby Patty. Did you hear him say anything about eating dirt?
Well, the health nuts might say that dirt is a better option to fast food, but what did they know, right?
The episode ends with Barnacle Man enjoying an adult-sized Krabby Patty, and everyone having a good laugh. This episode is a great example of what makes for good humor, constantly coming at you with great quality.
This episode will start you off laughing and will not stop until it's over. It's especially funny to see the contrast personalities between Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and to see all the superhero tropes parodied.
We couldn't pick a highlight here. There are just too many. Okay, you all knew that this was coming.
Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
That's right, it's chocolate with nuts. Honestly, how couldn't we have put this episode so high up? This is one of the most revered episodes in the series, with its memorable moments and great scenarios. This episode starts off with SpongeBob and Patrick reading a magazine for the rich that happened to show up in SpongeBob's mail.
That's funny. I don't remember subscribing to Fancy Living Digest.
Oh, I'm sorry, you must have gotten Viacom's mail by accident.
Inspired by the rich folk they saw, they decided to become salesmen in hopes of getting a high net worth.
A chocolate bar?
That's a great idea, Pat. We'll be traveling chocolate bar salesmen.
Back a while ago when I was in Boy Scouts, I sold popcorn each year to people, and I don't remember becoming a millionaire.
Hey, well, maybe the people of Bikini Bottom just really like chocolate.
Well, at least this guy does.
Anyway, they try selling their inventory to a purple fish, but he just ends up selling them chocolate bar bags that they think they need. And later, chocolate bar bag carrying bags. Later, that just proves to hinder their progress. After that fails, they decide to try being nicer to their customers.
Oh?
I love you.
Thank God I haven't seen any Rule 34 of that.
No, don't say it! Oh no, they've probably already started.
Oh, son of a witch. When that fails to work, they try focusing, but that fails too.
Other people do it. I mean, look at that.
Eat barnacle
chips. They're delicious.
They are most certainly not delicious.
Well, maybe if they didn't stretch the truth, they wouldn't sell as many.
That's it, Patrick.
To sell their chocolate bars, they make up blatant lies about how wonderful it is.
You rub it on your skin, and it makes you live forever.
It'll make your hair grow.
It'll walk through walls.
Wow, and I thought Sham Wow was a big fat lie.
Things go well for them at first, until the con man from earlier tricks them out of more of their money. How do they get it back? Well, we would tell you, but the ending is funnier if you see it for yourself.
And don't tell us, well, it's more convenient if you just tell me, because even if we did tell you the ending, this is an episode everyone should see. Not only did it have some great jokes of all kinds, visual, character-driven, running, and callback, but they all worked perfectly in the story. Because of how many opportunities for jokes the story had, it pulled no punches and used every possible joke it could. This is one episode that will forever stay in your mind.
The highlight of the episode is, well... yeah, that.
Before we get to number 1, let's recap. Number 20, Fear of a Krabby Patty.
Number 19, Karate Choppers.
Number 18, Krusty Towers.
Number 17, The Nasty Patty.
Number 16, Dying for Pie.
Number 15, Suds.
Number 14, No Weenies Allowed.
Number 13, Squid on Strike.
Number 12, Plants.
Number 11, Crab Board.
Number 10, Midlife Crustacean.
Number 9, I Had an Accident.
Number 8, The Fry Cook Games.
Number 7, Sailor Mouth.
Number 6, The Idiot Box.
Number 5, The Krusty Krab training video.
Number 4, Christmas Who.
Number 3, Rubber Man Barnacle Boy 5.
And number 2, Chocolate with Nuts. Chocolate with Nuts had incredibly memorable moments. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5 had non-stop humor. Christmas Who had an unforgettable song number. For an episode to be number 1, it would have to combine all of these traits. With that in mind, the number 1 best episode of SpongeBob SquarePants ever is... like I even have to say its name. Band Geeks.
You all knew this was going to be on here, and we did too. This episode is utterly classic, for so many reasons. Where do we even begin?
How about at the start, like usual?
Hey, good idea! This episode starts off with Squidward playing his clarinet and getting ridiculed for it.
Yeah, we're with the pet hospital down the street, and I understand you have a dying animal on the premises.
I wasn't aware that the pet hospital made house calls.
Squidward then gets a phone call from his high school rival, Squilliam Fancyson, bragging about how he's the leader of a prestigious band.
And we're supposed to play the Bubble Bowl next week. The problem is, I'm busy next week and can't make it, so I was hoping you and your band could cover for us.
Desperate to prove himself, Squidward decides to quickly form a marching band, drawing in the attention of every citizen in Bikini Bottom.
Part of what makes this episode so great is how ripe with humor it is. The scenario of all the characters in a marching band is one where the jokes just write themselves, and there were a lot of great jokes to go around. For example,
Brass section, go! Go on. Now the wind! And the drums! Too bad that didn't kill me.
and that's just one of the many that comes around, folks. It just constantly throws joke after joke at you, whether it be physical, character-driven, visual, or otherwise.
Anyway, Squidward tries to train his band over the time of 4 days, but they never improve. Scratch that, they get worse.
Out of time but full of pressure, the band members turn on one another in a fight to the death. Or at least until class ends.
Hey, class is over.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Well, you did it. You took my one chance at happiness and crushed it. Crushed it into little tiny bite-sized pieces.
Feeling horribly guilty, SpongeBob convinces them all to try to perfect their skills overnight.
Evelyn, when your little Jimmy was trapped in a fire, who rescued him?
A fireman?
And Larry, when your heart gave out from all those tanning pills, who revived you?
Some guy in an ambulance.
Right! So if we all could just pretend that Squidward was a fireman or some guy in an ambulance, then I'm sure we could all pull together and discover what it truly means.
They all show up the next day after practicing all night. At first, Squidward is horrified when he thinks he'll be embarrassed in front of everyone, especially Squilliam. But that all changes when he sees one of the most iconic moments of the show ever.
This was one of the defining moments of our childhood. SpongeBob SquarePants and all of the show's memorable characters taking part in an epic rock orchestra. It felt awesome, and made the show feel so alive. Remember what the Gaming Cat said before about the beauty of the illusion? That's also true here. Since they're playing at a live concert, it also helps to further the illusion, and it greater immerses us in what's going on.
And that's still not the only reason why this scene kicks ass. There's also the factor of the song itself. Writers could have just as easily chosen some boring, cheap pop song that would have been forgotten about in a few years, but by choosing a song that no one had heard of about before, they truly immortalized it and made it timeless.
The song itself is also very fitting, too. The song is about victory, the hardships you go through to achieve it, and how good it feels to get it. Since Squidward went through all that hardship to try and get the band to pull something off, and convince them of how it would mean something to him, he truly deserved the victory.
This episode showcased everything that a SpongeBob episode should be. It was hilarious, it was memorable, it was well-paced, it had an awesome set piece, and it is our favorite episode of my favorite show. I'm the Gaming Cat.
And I'm the Rockin' Lobster, and hey, I just thought of something.
What?
How did SpongeBob get his voice to sound like David Glenn?
Well, he had all that time to practice, so there's your explanation right there.
But his high-pitched voice could never go that deep. It just makes no sense.
Dude, don't
Question the sponge. I know.